So let us look at this sum. What it is saying is, if 50 less had applied and 25 less selected, the ratio of selected to unselected would have been 9:4. How many candidates had applied if the ratio of selected to unselected was 2:1? तो यहाँ पर देखो, the information is given in terms of ratio of selected to unselected, and जो quantity दे रखी है वो applied to selected के दे रखी है. तो we have to be little careful while writing down the ratios. So since the information is given on applied to selected on quantity, I will take the ratio of applied to selected only. So sum में क्या दे रखा है? If 50 less had applied, तो अगर 50 लोग less apply करते और 25 लोग less select हो जाते, तो इनका जो रेशियो होता सेकेंड सिनेरियो में सिलेक्टेड टू अनसिलेक्टेड का 9:4. तो अप्लाइड कितना हुआ? 13. सिलेक्टेड कितने थे? 9. एंड अर्लियर इट वाज 2:1, मतलब अप्लाइड 3 थे और सिलेक्टेड 2 थे. नाउ वी हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ हाउ मेनी पीपल हैड अप्लाइड अर्लियर. सो वी हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ 3 कितना है. So let's do the cross product. 9 into 3, 27. 13 into 2, 26. 27 minus 26 is 1. 50 into 9 is 450. And 25 into 13 is 250 plus 75, 325. So इसका difference 125 है. So एक ratio की value 125 है. Applied 3 की value पूछी है, तो 375 should be the answer. This is the answer. Okay. In an examination, the success to failure ratio was 5:2. Had the number of failures been 14 more, then the success to failure ratio would have been 9:5. The total number of candidates who appeared for the examination was. So success to failure. तो यहाँ पर अपने को ratio दिया है success to failure. Had the number of failures been 14 more. So I think we will have to write information में को success और failure का दिया हुआ है S and F का. The ratio it was 5:2. Now what they're saying is, if the number of failures, अगर ये 14 more होते, if the failures were 14 more, then the success would have been 14 less, correct? The ratio 9:5 हो जाता, तो second ratio 9:5 हो जाता. Again cross product, 25 minus 18, 25 minus 18, 7 हुआ. और क्वांटिटी कितना हो गया? 70. 14 into 9, so 90 plus 36, 126. और माइनस, अभी दिस इज माइनस हियर, राइट? सो माइनस ऑफ माइनस, तो माइनस प्लस 70 हो जाएगा, तो 196. तो 7 का वैल्यू 196 है. द टोटल नंबर ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स हु अपीयर्ड इन द एग्जाम्स. तो पहले अपीयर कितने हुए थे? 5 plus 2, 7 अपीयर हुए थे. तो 7 की वैल्यू निकालनी है, और 7 की वैल्यू 196 मिल गई अपने, तो 196 इज द आंसर. ओके. In an examination, the number of those who passed and the number of those who failed were in the ratio 25:4. If 5 more had appeared and the number of failures were 2 less than earlier, the ratio of students who passed to the number of students who failed would have been 22:3. Find the total number of students who appear at the examination. So this is very similar to the first two sums that इसके पहले जो 2 sums किए उसका बहुत simple है, but यहाँ पर we have to just make sure that यहाँ पर अपने को जो quantity दे रखी है वो appeared और failure की दे रखी है. तो you will consider appeared to failure, and from whatever the ratios has been given, you derive the ratio of appear to failure and then apply cross product and do this sum. So do this sum as a homework. There are officers and assistants in an office. If 15 assistants went on leave, then every assistant has 2 officers. After that, 45 officers went on leave. Now every officer has 5 assistants. Then find out how many assistants were there initially. तो यहाँ पर हमको क्या बोला हुआ है? There are officers and there are assistants. I do not know how many officers were there, how many assistants were there. If 15 assistants went on leave, तो यहां से 15 निकल गए. Then every assistant has 2 officers. मतलब ratio of officer to assistant is 2:1. Now 45 officers left. Now every officer has 5 assistants. मतलब इनका ratio 1:5 हो गया. Find out how many assistants were there initially. So I have to find the value of this. So in this sum I have not been given the ऊपर का quantity. So cross product लगाना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा है मेरे को, but we will try to see from what has been given. Now in this second scenario, सिर्फ officers went on leave, right? But assistant जो थे वो same होने चाहिए. But यहाँ तो 5 है, यहाँ 1 है, तो दोनों को same कर दे मैं. तो इसको मैं 5 से multiply कर देता हूँ ratio को. So this will become 10 and this will become 5. So now this 5, ये बराबर हो गया. Now the ratios have become okay. अच्छा, 10 officers were there and after 45 left, कितने बच गए? 1. तो 10 और 1 में कितना डिफरेंस है? 9. 9 की वैल्यू कितनी दे रखी है? 45. तो 1 की वैल्यू कितनी हो जाएगी? 5. तो मतलब 1 की वैल्यू अगर 5 है तो यहां पर असिस्टेंट्स कितने थे? 5. तो 5 असिस्टेंट्स यहां पर कितने होंगे? 5 into 5, 25 असिस्टेंट्स भी होंगे. बट हमको तो इसकी वैल्यू निकालनी है. बट दिस 25 असिस्टेंट्स कब हुए? जब पहले से 15 निकल के 25 हुए ना. तो 25 में if I add 15, 40. तो 40 assistants must have been there earlier. Okay, a very pretty simple sum. Hello students, this is Aalok Guptaa, your mathematics mentor and coach at Kkhyatis EdTech. So I have brought a lot of problems around 120, 130 on ratio and proportion. Please go through it, and if you have any queries, please get in touch with me on WhatsApp or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be getting motivated and I will come with more and more such concepts in near future. Thank you so much.